A message from the management. Eating or drinking while watching these videos is not advised. You do this at your own risk. And please don't come running to me when you snot coke all over your computer screen. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Was just about to turn off and watch some television and up she popped. New York Fashion Week vlog. New York Fashion Week event. New hotel. And NYC moments. Fuck's sake. Shall we jump in?
Hey guys, so today we are going to go over my last trip to New York. I just got back last night. Actually, it was a good flight. I got back about 3:30. John and Will picked me up. They had just gone to Costco and gotten steaks. We just had a wonderful night. It was perfect because it gave me time to get
3:30 in the afternoon or 3:30 in the morning? She's saying last night. Is Costco open at that hour of the night? And how rude getting a husband out of bed to go pick... Get a fucking cab!
Get home, get unpacked. I've got all my laundry done, everything put up, and I'm here with you now on Sunday morning. And happy Valentine's Day. I wore my jacket today just for Valentine's Day for you, and I'm...
Oh, woo, thank you. What the fuck? I wore it for you. No, really? You didn't wear it for your husband for Valentine's?
going to my parents later, and it's one of the things that I wore to New York. So let's get started with why I went. I had just gone in January just for the heck of it. No event, no specific reason. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't have the best time. It's not that I didn't have a good time, but I didn't have that feeling. Like I wanted to stay. I couldn't wait to go back. You know, just it's so wonderful here, even though I was staying at the Crosby, which is my favorite hotel. The reason I went this time is I got an invitation to the Like to Know It Fashion Week event. I went to that last year. I'm not sure it was at Fashion Week. It might have been, but last year they had Zara there. And you probably remember me going, and it was cold, and we went to a restaurant and all the things like that. Well,
No, we don't. Because we have lives that take up the majority of our brain. Not what you did in New York and when you did it and why you did it and who you did it with.
This year, what was different is it was at a bar, restaurant type thing at the Evelyn Hotel. It was called Tusk. So when I got that invitation, I thought I should go to that because that'll be fun. I already enjoy going to New York when it's Fashion Week because you can just see all the models walking around. It just is there's a different vibe. So I instantly, talked to John about it because I do ask him if I can go. And of course he said yes. I usually go sit with him at his desk, and we were making the reservations for the flights and the reservations for the hotel. And my first instinct, of course, was to stay at the Crosby. Well, because it was Fashion Week, the Crosby, I think it was a lot more than I usually pay. And I usually pay way too much. I think it was close to $2,000 a night. A lot of that is because...
Really? How do they justify that? $2,000 a night for a bed in a room. That's insane.
It's right there in Soho where so many events are. And you guys know a lot of celebrities and everything stay there. I know Trinity London stays there. I've seen Kelly Wearstler there. Matter of fact, I've seen Amber there, the girl that owns or founded LTK. Then I thought, well, let's look.
I'm sorry, I happen to know Trini because it's Trini and Susanna over here. They were everywhere at one point. But I don't know the other two people. That I would hardly call them celebrities. The owner of Like to Know It. Do you know what a celebrity actually is, Lisa? Blink.
At the hotel that the bar is in, which was the Evelyn. And oh my gosh, okay, it was much, much less expensive. And I thought, well, she wouldn't be having this event there if it wasn't a pretty nice hotel. So
Careful, Lisa, your snobbery is showing.
I read about it a little bit, and then I talked to my parents about it. My dad looked it up, and he said, yeah, I think you should stay there.
Have you forgotten that you're actually fucking married? Ask my daddy. My daddy said it was all right for me to go. There is something really not right there. Poor John.
That saved me about $3,000 just staying at that hotel. Plus, the biggest deal in my mind at the time was I thought, how cool will it be to be staying at the hotel where the event is downstairs? That way, I don't have to wear a big coat. I don't have to take an Uber, and I can leave when I want to, get there early. I just felt like, well, that will be cool. It reminded me of like back in the LTK days where we would stay where our events are. And I love that. I love getting ready early, kind of going downstairs, watching people come in. That's all part of it to me. So that is the reason that I went there. Now, the Evelyn is a historic hotel. I believe it's been about 3 different hotels. And a little while ago, they did a major remodel. And the whole theme of the hotel is music. So it's like a boutique hotel, and has a very good vibe. So I will be putting pictures in here as we get to them because I like to go down the timeline. So what I'm going to be filling you in on is my outfits, the hero pieces that were comfortable, shoes that I wore that looked stylish yet were comfortable, the hotel review, what I ate the whole time as a carnivore, almost 6 years, and, what I did, different things like that. So we'll start with my airport outfit or my airplane outfit, and it was the outfit.
Have you noticed, since I did that last video, that was the last trip to New York, wasn't it? So I got an itchy nose. And she normally starts it with what I wore, what I ate, where I went, da 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 da, but she hasn't got the what I at the beginning. I wonder why. I wonder why she'd stop saying that, because that seemed to be her thing, didn't it?
Outfit that I showed you guys a few weeks ago that I saw on this couple on Instagram. I first saw them on, I believe it's called Starlink, what people are wearing in New York. And then I spotted the girl because it was of her coat. She has the red fox fur coat like mine. And then I spotted another picture and she was wearing different pants. They're black and white gingham. I call them chef pants. So I wanted to wear that.
They're not gingham. Fuck's sake.
That outfit. So that is what I wore to the airport. My flight was that good flight that I love. This is like the best thing ever. Is my flight usually boards about 6 o'clock, and I am in New York by 8 o'clock, 8:30. And all I have to do is take the cab to the to the hotel, and I've got a whole day. And I didn't have to stay the night before. It's just, I do have to get up at 3 o'clock, and that will come up in the future of this video. I do get up at 3 o'clock, and we usually leave the house by about 4:30. So here's my outfit. Okay, starting off with one of my hero pairs of boots, these. So these are the Kate Ona boots. I have these in the tall, and I have these in the short. This is what makes these very, very comfortable.
She's very heavy on her boots, isn't she? Look, she showed some before. Her YSL boots got caught on the back. Same place as they have on them. What is she doing? Walking down grates or something?
You can see I had a boo-boo in the city. One of those grate things got me. I felt it when it happened. But because these
Look where you're fucking walking, dumbass.
are one long through here. Your toes have plenty of room, but this and the little ankle part of this kind of being wider allows these boots to kind of shift on your foot, which gives you a better walk and a more comfortable walk. Another thing is the heel isn't incredibly high. These are a little bit shorter than my YSL boots, and I love like trying new pairs of shoes to be able to report back to you. I always take an emergency pair, but because it's a straight flight from here to New York, I know that it's not a big risk
Direct
to wear them at the airport. So one decision I made, which was good and bad, is I said, this time, instead of taking one of my totes, like my YSL or my Gucci totes, I'm going to take my Luca duffel and I'll put my Chanel mini bag. And then I took the red Chanel wallet on a chain with me, the one that I had, gotten from Vivrel. I hate to say rented, but it's part of their program that I told you about in last Friday's video.
That's what you are doing, renting it. Oh, is that not snobby or posh enough for you? Having to actually admit that you're renting something. You rent your car. You don't tell anyone that though, do you?
I'll leave it up here. And I like it, but I still missed having a tote. I think what I'll do next time is I'll take another tote with me because they fold flat in your suitcase anyway. Most of them do, or you can. They don't take up a lot of room. And I missed having a tote like around the city. There's two ways to look at it. The crossbody bags give you hands-free and you can put your hands in your pocket and all of those things. But then as soon as you buy something, you're carrying a bag anyway. So now you have the bag and the crossbody. Whereas when I have a tote, especially my Gucci totes that are so light, I'm just throwing things in that tote. So there's two ways to look at that, but I don't regret it. And I love this Luca duffel. So that I took my same luggage. I love it. There's just something about having the pink luggage. You spot it immediately. So here I am in the hotel. You can see in...
I can't wait until somebody else has pink luggage and she gets totally fucking confused. Because it doesn't take a lot, as we know. Why do I need to look in your bag, Lisa?
In that Luca duffel, I can carry my headphones. I had my mini Chanel that I love. No regrets with that bag. I absolutely love it. I took my oversized J. Crew cashmere wrap. I will say I would like to order, and I am going to order the regular one because sometimes that oversized cashmere wrap is a lot when you're just walking around. It's a little too much. So I think I'm going to order one of those. Here are the toes of my boots coming out from under the pants. So cool. And
I'll let you off. They are. I didn't think they were gingham. That is gingham, isn't it? The squares.
And I'm wearing the red fox and the lip combo.
I'm wearing the red fox. Will somebody ever in New York holler about wearing fucking fur? We don't like real fur. She's carnivore, what can you say?
I always start out with, and this is a coincidence, is the one I'm wearing today. This is my iconic nude lip combo with absolutely nothing else. So no other gloss, balm. I didn't start out with a balm. It is the Bordeaux lipstick with the Entrepreneur lip liner. Okay, now here I am on the plane with my headphones. I love those things. And I always have videos downloaded that I want to listen to or watch on the plane. And my cashmere wrap does come in handy if it's cold on the plane. Another thing I did this time is I'd already looked at the weather and I knew the first day I get there, it was going to be the warmest that it was going to be. And so then the next days were going to be in the 30s. I've been there when it was 0, 10, 20. And last time I went in January, it was in the 30s and I was so hot. I did not need the heat tech. I did not need all of those things. The NYC leggings and the little just steamy tops. I actually took two. Is it this one? No, this is a Mango Pop bodysuit. but I took 2 ribbed, you'll see, little turtlenecks with me because I love them and they're easy to style. And then I took 1 quince sweater that I'll show you in the future. So here I am getting my Diet Coke on the plane. Here we are coming into New York. And when we landed on the tarmac, I was like, goodness, I cannot believe there is so much snow left here.
Snow! Snow!
Okay, that is going to be the statement of this whole video. Wow. I have been to New York in February. The first time I ever went, it was snowing. And there was snow everywhere. But it was snowing. You know what I mean? It was like, had actively been snowing. I couldn't really believe how much was left there. You know, I had seen different things on the news, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So here we are getting in.
That's the thing. That's you all over. You don't pay attention to fucking anything that you need to pay attention to. And pay too much attention to shit that you shouldn't be paying any attention to.
York, I have this routine. I always go to the bathroom. I've learned you don't want to be in the taxi having to go to the bathroom. I always go to the bathroom, and then I always stop and get a drink. And this time I even got some snacks right here. I got the prosciutto, cheese, and another piece of cheese that I didn't end up needing, but I was preparing for if I got stuck anywhere and couldn't eat. Like if
I'm trying to figure out what the cat's doing. It came in the door and went like that, and now it stood like that and it hasn't moved. What is it looking at? Or is it thinking, shall I run away now before she sees me? Or I'm not going to get any peace, am I? I came in here for a sleep and I'm going to have to listen to her rambling on about her weekend away.
if I wanted to go, like if they let me right in the hotel and I was able to check in, I knew I could eat this, and then if I wanted to go back to sleep or go back out or whatever. So I grabbed these, and you can see here I'm in the taxi and I'm looking through the window and I couldn't believe how much snow there was.
Snow! Snow!
And it was 35 degrees, and it looks like I'm in the taxi at 8:21. Okay, now, oh, and here's a picture. I couldn't believe how much my hair had fallen. The rest of the time that I was in New York, it didn't fall that much. It must have been the humidity here before I left.
Why is it two completely different colours? This is the first time I've noticed in forever. All this here is like, I was going to say yellow. It is. It's like a pale yellow, isn't it? And then we've got orange at the back. What the hell is going on?
And then here we are. You can see the snow.
Snow! Snow!
Piled up on the side of the bridge like...
What the fuck, Lisa? Like you've never seen fucking snow ploughed off the road, piled up on the side of the road in a film, on the TV, fucking somewhere, that you make a big to-do about it.
A rock. So dirty. It just got away with me. You'll see I just took pictures over and over again. Okay, so here
You just know she came back. Daddy, look how dirty the snow was. And there was still, Mama, look, there was still snow there. Really? No one gives a fuck, Lisa. Sad. You're jealous of her. Of course I am, yeah.
I am looking up the Evelyn Hotel. Located in the heart of Nomad, the Evelyn Hotel invites guests to immerse themselves in the neighborhood's vibrant culture, highlighted by its eclectic dining scenes, stylish boutiques, and proximity to must-see landmarks. So it's in the Nomad area, but it's very, very close to the Flatiron District. And so I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the hotel, and that's another value I think I can bring to you here, is just telling you places that I stay and how I feel about it. Now, the public hotel, I've stayed there many times, I think 3 to 4 times. It's a very small room, very clean, very cool. The hotel's fine, but
it's not very small. It's just that you're too fucking used to having an 85-foot fucking bedroom and a whole house to yourself that you can't cope with a normal sized fucking room.
Is literally almost no human in that place. Like when you check in, you're lucky if someone's in the lobby because they want you to check in on a computer pad. When you leave, there's a drop box. There's an ice machine on the floor. There is like no interaction whatsoever, really, in the public. But a lot of people may love that. Very clean, good location, not that expensive. I think that's even more expensive than the Evelyn, though. And so it just depends on what you like. I'm not saying I won't ever stay at the public hotel again, but this is right under the Crosby. I've also stayed at a place in Greenwich Village. I've stayed several different places. I would say I've stayed probably 6 different hotels the whole time I've been going to New York. So I really loved the area. Here is more snow.
Snow!
Like blocking in these cars. And a lot of people said that they could have shoveled it out. Like, don't feel sorry for them, is what the door guy says. He said, I shoveled my car out immediately. I said, yeah, it looks like it would probably hurt the paint. He says, well, I just have to use my car. I was like, yeah. So I was just taking pictures everywhere of all the snow.
Snow!
And then I got to the hotel at 9:17. Well, I am optimistic most all the time. And I just thought for sure on a Wednesday morning, they're going to have a room for me to just get into. I never get like the most deluxe room anyway. I usually just get the lowest one. And so I got there and she said, we don't have any rooms available. But we can keep your luggage and the bathroom's over that way. You know, she knew all of my questions. So I gave her my luggage and she said that she would text me when a room became available. And I was like, that's cool. Now, keep in mind, I have that big Luca duffel. It passed through my head really quick. Should I take my bag out and let them keep the Luca duffel too? But I felt like I didn't have enough time to think it through. And I feel like I didn't know them well enough yet. Or didn't know, I was uneasy feeling still. I didn't feel comfortable. And so I was like, I hate to leave, that here with that other not Dior, but Chanel bag in it and all my stuff. So I took the Luca duffel with me, which was no.
Really? You make fucking problems where there are none. What? I thought maybe should I, would I didn't know them that well and blah, blah. All you have to say is, hang on, can I just get my bag out of there and thanks. Sorry. It's a fucking hotel, Lisa. They're used to people leaving stuff and wanting to get things out of the bag before they go off for the day while they leave the rest behind.
No big deal, but wasn't my vibe. I didn't want to walk around with a Luca duffel, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And then I looked over.
I didn't want to walk around with it. So why did you bring it then?
And I saw this. It was Balenciaga and all kinds of fashion books, the fashion book that I have. And I said, do you guys always have these out here on the counter? Or is this just for Fashion Week? And she says, oh, we always have those out there. And I was like, this may be a good hotel for me. It was kind of like that vibe. So
this may be a good hotel for me because they've got the same book I have. Really?
I took this video from the front desk, kind of swirling all the...
Will you give up with the fucking 3 thing? It's confusing.
Way around because you know that I give my parents play-by-play. And I'll go over there today and give them even more play-by-play. But I always like to send them videos of where I'm staying and just different things. So you see it has this great big lobby I love velvet sofas. It had velvet sofas. I just really liked it. And a really nice awning outside. When the taxi let me out, I didn't have to, at the public hotel, the taxi will dump you out, right on the side of a busy highway. Nobody's there but whoever's walking by. And there's this long sidewalk you have to walk through and like swinging doors and everything. It's just not as pleasant. Whereas when I got out here, the doorman came out, helped me with my bag.
Oh, you're such a precious little soul, aren't you? They just throw you out. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they did throw you out after having you in their car for however long you were in it, driving them fucking insane, talking about the snow.
Snow! Snow!
Bags, greeted me. For me, that's like a big thing. I know that's not a big thing for everybody. A lot of people just would rather be left alone. But I enjoyed the close proximity. And if you can lower my struggle, then I love it. Okay, so here I am going out, and I thought, well, I'll go straight to the Crosby and get breakfast and get to kind of...
Why can't you just go somewhere else for a fucking change? How many times have you been to New York and you only know 3 fucking places? Doobie-doop, boop, boop. Excuse me, one moment. Right, where were we?
I'll go straight to the Crosby and get breakfast and get to kind of, acclimated and used to my surroundings. Kind of reminds me of like when you buy a fish and you have to let them soak in the bag for a while. That's what I felt like I needed. So here...
You let them soak in the bag for a while.
Here we were passing the Flatiron building, which I read about that they are renovating that to be luxury apartments and condos. So you can see it has like scaffolding.
Oh, she knows all about them renovating that to be luxury things and condos, because I bet she's got a name down for one, hasn't she? Oh, John, that'd be perfect for me. It'd save us so much money in the long run because I wouldn't have to pay hotel fees. But I'd still have having to have my breakfast at the Crosby money.
All over. Another thing I really enjoyed about staying in a different area is a different ride, like a different scenery, because I'm so used to like being at the Crosby, going to Bergdorf, going to the airport. So I got to see a lot of new things. And
that would happen every time if you stayed in a different hotel, every fucking time you went.
I really like that. Now, this is something that I'm a deep thinker, and I'm always analyzing why last year...
You're not a deep thinker. You're just thinking.
I didn't want to go anywhere new. I didn't want to try anything new. I just really wanted my comfort and I wanted to know exactly what to expect. And I believe that is because I have had kind of a weird 2 years. I think a lot of it is my losing a lot of my hair. And that just, I'm going to make a video about that. I've already made notes this morning, and I've already gone down a whole page onto the next. Tips that I want to share with you if you're going through losing your hair over menopause, postpartum, a bad reaction to anesthesia or COVID, for any reason. And my dad had...
For any reason. No mention of cancer.
Like a 5-way bypass year before last at the end of the year. And there were some other things. I was going through something kind of emotionally, wondering if I would rather get more into the coaching career and creating courses. So I was just at an uneasy place in my life. And
it was an uneasy place, you deciding whether or not you were going to actually put the $10,000 course to use or not. And have you noticed there's been no fucking mention of John? Your husband's losing his fucking eyesight, and do you give a shit? No. I swear to God.
I think that made me crave that stability. And it also made me want kind of like, I hate to say an escape, because I have a fabulous, wonderful life, house, family, children, husband, a career. I have everything that I love. But when your nervous system is a little shaky and you're stressed over different things, sometimes you want like a little bit of an escape, a little bit of an affair. It's like you don't want to leave your life, but sometimes it's fun to have like a little bit of an affair with something else that kind of gets you out of that mindset. And I think that's was. Whereas now I'm feeling
Run, Jerry, run!
just a deep relief, a deep happiness,
Happy penis.
a deep coming out of that. I'm not 100%, but there are things that I feel very, very good about. Like, for instance, being here with you on YouTube. I feel better than ever. I was also experiencing a lot of burnout last year, and I've really gotten through that. So
Oh, don't we all feel fucking sorry for her?
I think now I'm in more of an exploratory kind of frame of mind. So here they are, and this is what the cab driver told me. I said, well, what are they going to end up doing with all of that snow?
Snow! Snow!
It was bothering me.
For
I was like a little
fuck's
kid. And he
sake.
said this, which John said this didn't make any sense, but he said that they would blow it out onto the street and then the cars would crush it up. Because if you just let it sit there, it would almost never go away. He said that a lot of the snow was actually on top of garbage, like where their garbage bags were out on the side and then it snowed on top of it. And then you could see it was like hard as a rock. And I was thinking, I need to look this up, but it reminded me of how igloos are, how it can be so hard and just form. Like you could see, like in some places where people had taken out their trash and it left like a cave almost. And that's how sturdy it was. So I don't know if that's true, but here I am at the Crosby. My seat by the window was taken, but that's fine because I was in more of that mood to kind of people watch, like in the restaurant and be warm and everything. This restaurant is so pretty to me.
Do these people know that you're putting them on your fucking channel on YouTube? Did you ask permission?
All of the colors and the stained glass. I was sitting beside two younger girls, and I could tell they were there for probably Fashion Week. And I felt so bad because I was like right beside them. And I messaged my parents and I said, I'm going to show these girls how to eat, because I ordered my usual 4 scrambled eggs with cheese melted in it. I like the American. Sometimes if I get the cheddar.
We don't fucking care, Lisa. You could have an entire fucking emu on your plate. We don't care.
Cheddar, it just isn't, I don't know, the cheddar doesn't melt as easy. And I order a bacon crispy. Okay, so here I am. Here's my breakfast and my Diet Coke. And then I looked up, it was 38 degrees and it was 10 o'clock in Soho. And then here I am downstairs in the bathroom. I always go to the bathroom after I eat, and I take those floss picks with me, floss my teeth, get the food out of my teeth, and I usually don't reapply my lipstick. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. And here I am setting out in Soho, and I'm thinking I'm just going to walk around here in Soho for a little bit, and then I'll go back. So I did. Here's my Prada building, and then I'm walking up to Aritzia.
Here's my Prada building. It's not yours. Where did the cat go? I've only just noticed. They climbed up. I thought they were going to have a snooze, unless they're up here where we can't see them. And I sort of didn't watch them then. I don't know where they are now. And they're the main interest of the video, in my opinion, are the cats.
Look at this wonderful trench coat. I love this style with the buttons going straight down the middle. I mean,
where else would the fucking buttons go but straight down the middle? Where do your buttons go on your coat? Do they go all around the place and for a little fucking jaunt before they get to the butt? What the fuck is she on now?
The details, fabulous. And so here I am in there. And then more pictures of the snow.
Snow!
Everywhere. I mean, I don't know why I thought it would be different in Soho. I guess I thought, those stores will come out and they'll shovel it. Now, why did it make a difference? Because, for one thing, it wasn't as pretty. It was like messing me up. And at every single corner where you cross the street was a puddle. And so I felt so sorry for the dogs because you would see where the dogs didn't want to walk through it, but they had to, and you could imagine how cold it was. But it was messy and yucky, and I don't want to walk through puddles with my, Kate boots on and get my socks wet and everything. So
you won't get your fucking socks wet. People wear boots in the rain and the snow. That's what fucking boots are for, you dumbass. Oh, I wish I'd just watched fucking television and saved this for tomorrow. She is really getting on my fucking last nerve. I didn't want to step in a yucky puddle. Really?
it was just, little things chip away at your good time.
No, that's you. You make a big thing out of fuck all.
And this is, well, I'll tell you the rest later. So I had a particular Chanel bag on my mind. I'll put a picture up here. So I thought, I'm not in the mood to shop. I didn't even buy anything in Aritzia. I thought I will just look on the website when I get home. I don't want to have to carry bags around. That is one of the pluses of staying at the Crosby and shopping in Soho is I can go right around the corner and the doormen will take my bags and take them up to my room. I don't even have to go inside. So that is a really cool thing. Well, I didn't have that and I just wasn't feeling it. I just was not feeling it. It was cold. It was wet. It was not pretty.
Oh, she's a whingy fuck, isn't she?
It was gloomy, and I had been up since 3 o'clock. So I went down to Wooster Street, which was one of my favorite streets. Gucci's there, Chanel, a lot of good stores are there on Wooster. And I went to the Chanel store, and...
Is it Worcester? James, is it Worcester or Wooster?
I have a rep there, Janelle. And so I went in there and I asked her about that bag and she said that comes in March. It's with the next collection. Well, I had already asked Maria about it at Bergdorf, but she never messaged me back. But that kind of told me, Bergdorf isn't going to have that bag anyway. So that was kind of good because it just, settled that for me. And then she says, you cut your hair. Okay. She said that to me the last time I was in there in January. And I said, yeah, but it's growing out. And I was thinking, oh, just when you're feeling pretty good, someone will say that to me. That happens to me.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lisa. How far into this am I? I think I'm going to do this. 25 minutes and I've been talking, so it'll probably make a half an hour video. Because otherwise I'm going to want to throw my computer across the room and that's not a good thing to be doing. I just can't. All she's done is whinge and fucking moan. Oh, I've got a perfect life, but there was puddles and it was cold and somebody dared to tell me I'd cut my hair. Let's go back so when I come back to it, we have that bit in so I remember why I got so fucking irritated with her in the first place.
And then she says, you cut...
Right, there. I'm calling it. I've had enough. And if you've lasted this long, congratulations, and I will see you in the next one.